Welcome back. We are discussing prolapse, and for women in the reproductive age group where she is willing to conserve her menstrual and reproductive function, we are discussing what are the conservative surgeries. So in case of congenital prolapse where the cervix is elongated, we can always go for Fothergill surgery, in which we do anterior colporrhaphy along with amputation of the cervix. But it has certain disadvantages, and I would like to repeat myself. The complications of Fothergill's repair are: there can be cervical stenosis, incompetent os, recurrent pregnancy losses, preterm deliveries, PROM, and cervical dystocia. So fertility surely gets affected with Fothergill's repair. So we have to counsel and take the right decision in case if the patient wants to have fertility after the surgery. Again, from MCQ point of view, all these complications are very important. Please remember that it causes stenosis and incompetence as well. It can also lead to preterm and premature rupture of membranes. In labor, the cervix may have dystocia. In case if there is no elongation of the cervix or we want to conserve the cervix, we have Shirodkar's modification of Fothergill's, in which we don't do cervical amputation. We just cut the Mackenrod ligaments which are laterally placed of the cervix. We cut them, ligate them, and then bring them together in front of the cervix, overlap them, and then suture them again. So this is kind of tightening the ropes of a tent, which will act. Now we have changed their location from the lateral edges. We have brought them in front of the cervix, crossed them, and now we are suturing them. So this way we are tightening the ropes, and thus this will avoid further prolapse of the uterus. So in Shirodkar's modification of Fothergill's, we avoid cervical amputation. Thus we can avoid the side effects which are seen in Fothergill's surgery. Sturmed off suture is the suture which is important in creating the new external os which we form later once we ampute the cervix. We bring in those vaginal walls inside and put them inside the os, thus creating a new cervical os. So sturmed off suture is the name of the suture which we need to remember. In case if the patient is young, nulliparous, and we want to avoid all these consequences of Fothergill surgery, we have options of abdominal sling surgeries, in which the prolapsed organ is tackled abdominally and is hanged up with some suture material and is fixed to either a dynamic structure like rectus sheath and rectus muscle, or to a fixed bony structure, that is anterior longitudinal ligament on the sacrum. So let's see what different type of surgeries we have. Abdominocervicopexy, in which rectus muscular facial slings are used. The Mercelin 12-inch tape is tied anteriorly on the isthmus. There are different types of surgeries. Shirodkar's sling surgery for nulliparous. So in abdominal sling surgeries, we have Purandare's, in which the Mercelin tape is attached anterior to the isthmus of the cervix anteriorly, and then it is fixed laterally to the rectus muscle or rectus sheath on both the sides. It has got advantage that whenever there is increased intra-abdominal pressure, and if the patient has good muscle tone, the rectus muscle they contract, and thus the threads are pulled up, thus avoiding prolapse. But the disadvantage is it causes retroflexion, and thus after a long time it may cause prolapse again. So Shirodkar modified this, and he did what? He attached the Mercelin tape posteriorly and decided to hang it to a permanent bony fixed point, that is anterior longitudinal ligament on the sacral promontory. On right side, it's easy to go below the peritoneum and attach it there. But on left side, we have to do a lot of dissection to separate the sigmoid colon, form the Sauce loop, and go through it. And sigmoid injury is very common on left side. So that is disadvantage of Shirodkar's sling. So Virkud has designed a composite sling, in which on right side he does what Shirodkar has done, that the posteriorly attached Mercelin tape is brought posteriorly below the peritoneum and attached to the anterior longitudinal ligament on the sacral promontory. And on the left side, to avoid injury to the sigmoid colon, the other end is brought and attached to the rectus muscle on that side. So it's composite sling. Khanna has suggested a sling where the Marcelin tape is brought out behind the isthmus and then both the ends are attached to the anterior superior iliac spines. So these surgeries are advised and done in nulliparous patient who wants to desire her menstrual function to be maintained, her reproductive function to be maintained, she wants to conceive. So the biggest advantage that we can avoid side effects of Fothergill's, where cervical stenosis and repeated abortions are quite common. Along with these sling surgeries, we can also go for Moskowitz repair, where we have to reduce enterocyl by putting bursting sutures in the POD in different planes from below upwards. Sacral colpohysteroplexy. In this, we use mesh to substitute supports from the back of the uterus to the front of the sacrum for uterine suspension. For postmenopausal women or elderly patient, we have few surgeries. If the patient is totally unfit for surgery, usually postmenopausally we prefer doing vaginal hysterectomies along with antero-posterior repair, that is anterior colporrhaphy for the cystocele and posteriorly posterior colpoperineorrhaphy. But if patient is too elderly or she has some debilitating disease or she is unfit for surgery, then in such patients we can go for quick surgeries like Le Fort's repair. In Le Fort's, what we do, this anterior and the posterior vaginal wall are approximated together so as to convert a single barrel vagina into double barrel. So when these two portions are attached, the uterus cannot come out through the vaginal opening. So apposition of freshly created raw areas on anterior and posterior vaginal wall with catgut causes healing with fibrosis, thus attaching these two, and single barrel vagina is converted into double barrel to drain the secretions, but uterus cannot get prolapsed through it. Contraindication: if there are any diseases of uterus, if there is any suspicion of CA cervix, we cannot do this. Active sexual life is not possible after this. So this is done only in very old patients who are sexually inactive, having some medical disorders, debilitating conditions, who are unfit for major surgeries like vaginal hysterectomies. Le Fort's or the alternatives for Le Fort's can be Dani stitch or colpoclasis, where a stitch is taken at the introitus and the introitus is closed and a small opening is left just to drain the secretions. Walled prolapse. It occurs as a complication if surgery, vaginal hysterectomy or abdominal surgery is done. The vault can get prolapse later, or sling surgery for stress urinary incontinence. In failure to repair enterocyl, in these cases vault prolapse can be seen. Degrees of vault prolapse: if the vaginal apex is visible at introitus, it is called as first degree. If the vault protrudes through the introitus out, it is second degree. And if the vagina is lying outside entirely, then it is called third degree. Management: the surgeries for vault prolapse are either transvaginal sacrospinous colpopexy. It is done in obese patient. Marcelin sling used to fix the vault to a fixed point, that is sacrospinous ligament. Transabdominal sacral colpopexy, in which the vault is suspended to sacral promontory with Marcelin mesh, and this is done in young women. In old women, we can again go for colpoclasis, where we obliterate the vaginal cavity using bursting sutures and the vault cannot get prolapsed. Or we can also do Le Fort's repair in case if the patient is unfit for surgery. Thank you very much. This finishes prolapse.